So there was this one time I had just gotten home from work. This is back when I worked at Steak and Shake. I was still living at my dad's house. So I got off work and I was going over to Tyler's house to like get stoned and watch some movies with him. And so I, got my weed and stuff and got that in my pockets, and I took a couple of movies from my brother. At the time, his very impressive DVD collection. He's since cut back big time, but a very impressive DVD collection at the time. And I took a couple of movies that I know Tyler's never seen that, he's got to see. So I grabbed those and I got my fucking weed and I got stuff. And Tyler literally lives like not even a 5 minute walk away from my house. Like, I just walk down the road a little bit, and then I take a right, and then he's just right there. So I gather my things, and I leave the house, and I start walking towards his house. And it's nighttime. It's dark outside. And like I said, I just got home from work, so I'm wearing my work pants, which are, black pants. And I'm also wearing my hoodie, the same hoodie that I've been wearing for like 7, 8 years. And so I'm just walking down the street, minding my own fucking business, and I get to the end of the road when I have to turn fucking right. And as I'm turning right, I kind of like hear something behind me, and I get this really bad feeling like goes through my spine. And I fucking turn around, and there's a fucking cop cruiser right behind me. Don't have their lights on, like they literally just fucking snuck up on me out of the dark. And I'm like, what the fuck's that about? That's weird. I'm like 18. I was 18 when this happened. Like, I had just turned 18. Like, literally, I was 18 for like a couple of weeks. And so I like stop and I look at them, and then I keep walking, and then they do the whoop whoop. And then I stop and I turn around, and then they get out of the car, and I'm like, hello, officers, how can I help you? And they're like, hey, what are you doing out here? And I'm like, I live in this neighborhood. I'm going to my friend's house. And they're like, oh, really aggressive. Also, just gonna say this is not like an anti-cop thing. This is literally just a story that happened to me. It does not affect my opinions on that. Not that that needs to be said, because it does not need to. But this is not an anti-cop thing, by the by. So, but they're being a little aggressive. And I'm a stupid fucking kid, and I've never been in this kind of situation before. So, I'm going off the cuff. They're being aggressive, and they're like, what are you doing out here, and yada yada yada. I'm like, I'm going to my friend's house. And they're like, okay, well, we've had some reports lately of some cars getting broken into in this neighborhood, and things are getting stolen out of them. And then I think to myself, I'm like, fuck me. I'm like, it's the middle of the night, I'm wearing all black, and what am I holding in my hand? But, some DVDs. Kind of looks like some shit that you could steal out of somebody's car. And I'm like, this is unfucking believable. And they're like, what's that in your hand? And it's the DVDs that I bought from my brother's collection. I'm like, it's some movies. And they're like, what are you doing with them? And I'm like, well, I was on my way to my friend's house to watch some movies. And they're like, oh yeah, is that what you were doing? And in stupid me fashion, me thinking I was being kind of fucking smart, but I was really being stupid, I looked him right in his fucking eye and I went, well, yeah, I was going to. And this is not a dumb fucking cop. And in retrospective, I look back on this and I'm like, well, that's not the thing you should have said at all, stupid. You literally just told on yourself, you fucking moron. He caught that shit immediately. And they're sitting there grilling me and they're asking me a bunch of questions. And then next thing I notice, his fucking partner approaches me and he starts fucking frisking me without asking me for my permission. And he finds the fucking weed in my pocket and he pulls it out and he's like, what is this? Once again, I think I'm smart ass. I look right at him and go, I mean, what the fuck do you think it is? Well, it looks like it's drugs. And I'm like, oh, yeah, probably. Yeah. At this point, I feel like I'm pretty fucked anyways. And so they stick me to the side, and the dude's sitting there like watching me, and then the fucking other dude goes over and he's like filling out paperwork on the hood of the car or whatever. And I'm fucking standing there like, this is bullshit, because I'm like, I have to fucking tell my dad about this. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking do that because that's going to suck. I'm like, I don't know how to get the fuck out of it. I'm going to get arrested. I'm a stupid kid. I'm like, I'm going to get fucking arrested for this. This is going to be dumb as shit. And so then the guy comes back over and he hands me a fucking stack of papers. And he's like, I want you to sign this. This is you admitting that we found illegal drugs on you when we searched your person. And I cut him off right there because I'm stupid, but I mean, I know my rights, you know. And I'm like, I didn't give you permission to search me. I'm like, you can't search me without my permission. And the guy's like, excuse me? And I'm like, you searched me without my permission. You're not allowed to do that. And I'm a very expressive person, and I talk with my hands, as many people do. And there's one thing that police officers don't like, and it's people who express their feelings with their hands. They really don't like that. And I'm waving my fucking hands around, and next thing I know, my arm gets yanked up behind me, and I get slammed down on the cruiser, and I got a fucking pair of handcuffs on me. I mean, it was a beautiful execution. He did it in a fucking 1-2 movement. It was great. And my fucking head is on the hood of the cruiser, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, I'm getting fucking arrested right now. And he fucking walks me over, and he throws me into the backseat of the cop car. And he slams the door on me. And I don't know if you've ever been in the back of a cop car, but it's extremely uncomfortable. The seat is like any fucking amount of measurement too fucking slim. Like it's not even a seat. It's like an iota of an idea of a seat. Like there's no seat back there. It's awful. And you're just all cramped up and your fucking arms are behind you. And he throws me in there and he fucking slams the door. And he fucking walks away, and he fucking laughs his ass off. And I'm like, motherfucking piece of shit cop. Fucking, he's winning, and he's fucking gloating about it, you know what I mean? And then at this juncture, I'm like, fuck, I'm literally, my hands are behind my back, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I just got fucking arrested. I was like, I'm fucked. My dad's gonna be fucking pissed. I'm gonna go to fucking jail, blah, blah, fucking blah. And then to make matters worse, they throw me in the fucking cruiser and their radio is on. And the song that's playing on the radio at the time is fucking Lankin Perk's What I've Done, which is like not great because it's like, what the fuck happened to them at that moment in time? And I'm fucking like, fuck, and I'm listening to this song, and I'm like, oh, fuck this. This is bullshit. And then finally, after a couple of minutes, dude walks over, and he opens the cruiser door, and he's like, why should I let you go tonight? And once again, the smart ass that I am, I just looked at him I was defeated at this point. And I just looked at him, and I was like, you already got me. I'm like, I'm the one in the back of your car right now with handcuffs on. I'm like, you got me. I'm like, I'll sign whatever piece of paper you want. Like, whatever. You got me. What the fuck am I going to do? And he's like, basically like, yeah, that's right, you will. Kind of a fucking dick cop. I mean, don't get me wrong. So I signed the fucking piece of paper, which is my court summons. I have to show up to court at fucking whatever period of time after this. And I'm like, well, fuck, now I have a court date. That's like a real legal thing. Oh, I'm 18 now. Oh, that's a real legal thing. I actually have to take care of that now. Fuck. So then they let me go. They take my fucking weed. They let me keep the fucking movies, which kind of surprised me. I thought they'd take those for evidence or something. Whatever. So then, excuse me. So then I finished my walk. I was literally not even 3 minutes away from Tyler's house when this happened. And I get to his house, and him and his dad are on the porch. And now, in retrospect, literally at this moment, I think about it, a couple fucking assholes, like 100 feet away, just fucking doing illegal drugs, and they're fucking arresting my ass for walking around with DVDs. It's ridiculous. But anyways, I walk over there, they're fucking hanging out in the porch, and they're like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, oh my fucking God, you're not gonna believe what just fucking happened. And both of them are just non-sympathetic, like, you fucking dumbass, what the fuck did you do? And I'm like, fuck, man, I had to fucking call my dad, I had to tell my dad. And I'm like, I got this brilliant idea. I'm like, no, I'll call the house, but I'll ask to speak to Tony. Tony will help me. My brother will help me. He'll take me to my court date. So I call my brother, and my dad answers the phone. And I'm like, hey, let me talk to Tony. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, hey. And he's like, what's up, dude? And I'm like, explain to him what just happened. I'm like, I just got busted for having fucking weed in my pocket. I'm like, they gave me a court date. They didn't arrest me. I'm at Tyler's right now. And I'm like, I'm really fucked, man. I need you to bail me out of this. And there's a slight pause on the other end of on the phone. And then he just goes, you're a fucking dumbass. I never got busted, man. You're on your fucking own, buddy. Good luck. And then he hung up the fucking phone. And I was like, fuck me. And then Tyler and Dave are like, you want to fucking smoke? And I'm like, no, I don't want to fucking smoke. I want to go home and get my ass fucking chewed out. And so I left his house and I went home. And that was that.